Is this the one that she found in the sofa?
This is the one. Have you heard that story?
Everybody's talking about
It's incredible.
Let's move these aside and let's look at what she brought forward here. And I want to talk entry level. I want to find out, for those watching right now, because we're talking about watches for $500,000, $100,000. Let's talk about watches that you can afford, that are good investments and look great, and you'd be proud to wear. What do you got for
So
us?
you don't need to spend $1 million. You don't need to spend $250,000. If you have the money, by all means, do it.
So here, I pose my question this way. All my son's friends, they all want a Rolex. Everybody wants a Rolex. That's the entry-level brand for a lot of these kids. He's in his 20s, right? They're always asking me, what can I get? But they can't afford $100,000. These kids are in their 20s with their first job. Maybe they can get to $5 grand, $6 grand, something like that, but they want that Rolex.
Yeah.
What do you got?
So there's a lot. There's a lot, really. Rolex does a great job, and what I say about Rolex is, yes, they're luxury, but they're affordable luxury. You know, some of these other brands like Patek, AP, I love them, but they're not affordable really to the average guy because the retail on them now is 30 grand, 40 grand and up.
We're going Rolex here, entry-level piece.
I think, again, Rolex is affordable. It's affordable. You can buy them. They're under $10,000. So any of these watches right here, the 11623 or 6200.
That is a classic entry-level Rolex.
You can't go wrong. You know, a woman can wear this watch. It's not too big for her. Even if she's a tiny little petite woman, it's a great looking watch.
What I like about it is it's sport if you want, but it could also be dress. If you're going to work with a tie on, you could wear that watch.
100%, 100%. We sell a lot of these. They're very affordable.
What's the price?
About $6,000 to $7,000 on this watch, depending on box and papers, condition, etc. Dial. But it's a great watch.
So there you have it. That's an entry level.
It's incredible.
Now a little more of a zinger there. Look at that colored dial.
So this is the new Rolex OP that came out a couple of years ago with these colored dials. I think it's...
They were not hot in the beginning. They got hot real fast.
They got hot really fast. You could actually walk in the store and buy these, but not for long. Like months later, they became
I think the story was Jay-Z wore the coral color at a basketball game. Then women and men alike went nuts.
Yeah. Rolex makes this now in a variety of colors. Red or coral, green, blue, and to me, this is the one that's the most coveted. This is the one that I like the best.
Price point? Price point?
10,000 now, 10, 11,000, if you can even find one. As soon as we get these, they go on the site, they're sold in, you know, sometimes a day, sometimes less.
Entry-level-ish? It's not crazy?
No, not crazy.
What's this green piece?
So this is a larger piece that Rolex just came out with. This is still an OP model. Very affordable.
That's for the men's size.
This is a men's size. So women can wear this, but it's a little bit larger for them.
Yeah.
Most women will wear the smaller model.
Price point?
Again, 12,000 and under, so it's very affordable.
And that's the secondary market price, right?
Yep. Yeah. If you could find, you can't find them.
I mean, that's the
thing. If you can find them brand new, they're a lot less money.
I think people have to embrace the fact that they are very hard to find brand new, and to get into the idea of entry level in the secondary market. I wanted to show you another one before. There's two other Journes. I'm traveling with Journe this week for a reason. Just got back from Dubai Watch Week. He was one of the brands that a lot of people talked about. This, Le Bleu as it's called, was considered an entry-level watch. Pricing was sort of 18 to 28,000 during its retail life. The challenge with this piece is 60% of the dials that are made fail. And so,
what do you mean fail?
The dial factory,
they just don't come out right.
They don't come out right. It's so hard to make that blue. This watch took off about 3 years ago when it was seen on the wrist of Putin. And at that time it was sort of trading at 28,000. Today, because of such limited production, it's about 110,000. I've had countless offers to buy that watch off me. Tantalum, with this incredible blue dial, so a wonderful kind of mix of color, light, and everything else. And yet was considered an entry-level watch. There's no entry-level anymore for Journe because he only makes 900 watches a year.
I know, they're hot right now too. Prices have surged.
And this is a very, very rare piece because it's a black dial. This is made for the boutiques, and you have to be a member of the Journe Society to purchase it. But look at the craftsmanship on the back of the dial as well.
Oh my God, it's a work of art.
Yeah, it is. That's exactly, Paul, you're right.
It's a piece of art.
you don't need to own that watch to tell time.
You could wear it like this, really.
You could.
You could.
That's the joke about Journe. Let's wear it inside out.
How long have you owned this?
I've owned that for 2, maybe 3 years.
So it sounds like you're a big Journe advocate. You like
I am, because it fits 2 things. The pieces always start a conversation.
Yeah, look at that.
A woman, I was wearing this on an aircraft flying over to Dubai 2 years ago before the pandemic, and she said, "That's ridiculous. How do you tell the time?" I said, "I don't. I use my phone for the time."
Yeah.
But this is a piece of art.
Yeah.
She said, "Let me see that." And we had the same conversation. It's a conversation starter, because his dials are crazy chicken.
Yeah.
Like, he just dreams them up in his sleep, and then he creates them.
But it's incredible, though. Look at it. Every one of his watches sort of tell a story.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's the whole idea about watch collecting, I tell everybody.
So when that Paul Newman's Paul Newman.
17.5 million.
Were you at the auction that time?
I was not there physically.
Okay.
I was planning.
Were you on the phone?
I had an agent on the phone, because I didn't want them to know it was me, because I thought I'd get screwed.
Yeah.
And so the guy texted me, or he called me, because I remember the auction. He said, "Kevin, you don't want to buy this watch. Something's crazy's going on here, and I'm not sure what it is. There's something crazy going on here." Because I was kind of thinking,
2 million, maybe
like
1 million.
maybe 1.2.
Okay, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah. It blew through there in like 2 seconds.
Well, the first bid was 10.
Yeah, it was nuts. Well, nobody believed the first bid, by the way. There was a lot of confusion on the phones, because they said, no, it hasn't even gone up yet.
Yeah, but he waited for like a minute. Oral Box that was on stage there, and I was in the second row. I had my paddle ready.
Yeah.
I thought bidding was going to start at 500 or 400,000.
I thought $1 million wouldn't be crazy.
And I'd be able to at least say I bid on the watch, even if I didn't get it. I just wanted to be able to say I bid on it. And maybe if it went for $1 million or $2 million, maybe I would have bought it. But as soon as the first phone, bid came in and it was 10 million, everybody in the audience just went, they all sunk in their seats, and there was quietness for about a minute. No one knew what to do.
I thought it was an error. I thought there was a mistake.
I don't think so. I don't know, but I'm told that first bid was 10 million, and it was a shocker. We all sat
and everybody's
in silence.
speculating that first bid is the guy who bought it for 17.5 with seller's premium.
So I think there were could be, but there were about 10 bidders. Okay, a couple of guys in the room.
Yeah.
Couple of guys on the phone, maybe 5, 6 guys on the phone, and then when it got up to about 13 million, 14 million, I think there was like 3 and then 2, and then 2 guys were going back and forth at the very end. Let me tell you a little bit about some of the stories we have, because watches, what we're talking about right now is watches, and people love these watches.
Yeah.
We all do. You and I, we both have the virus, and there's millions of us out there that love watches. But for me, oftentimes there's a story behind the watch.
Yeah.
And that kind of keeps me excited about the industry. Not that I don't like it anyways, but some of these watches right here have incredible stories behind them.
Give me some.
Let me give you one.
Yeah.
So this one right here is a Paul Newman 6241 Panda dial, which is the white dial. Incredible shape. It's a great looking watch. They didn't make a whole lot of these, but that watch right now is going for roughly 200 to 250,000. It's just like the watch that I bought from. You're Canadian, so
Yeah.
you'll appreciate this story. Lady calls us. We get calls from all over the world every day. This lady calls us from Vancouver, just outside of Vancouver.
Is this the one that she found in the sofa?
This is the one. Have you heard that story?
Everybody's talking about
That's incredible. So this is not the watch, but it's one just like it, same model.
Yeah.
She bought that couch at a swap meet for $25 and never cleaned the couch, I guess.
Yeah.
And her phone slipped down one of the cracks in the cushions. So she went to retrieve it and find it, and she comes up with that Rolex watch, and she looked at her dad. True story. Looked at her dad and said, "Dad, is this your Rolex?" And her dad's 92 at the time. This was 3 or 4 years ago. Looked up and said, "No, you know I don't have a Rolex. Could never afford a Rolex." And she called us up, did a little bit of homework online, and found some people. And so she called us. We flew up there to meet her in Vancouver Airport to pick up the watch because she was afraid to ship it.
And she was wise.
It changed her life. Tell me about red. Where did red come from? Did you just come up with that one day?
Yes,
or?
what happened was I started wearing red bands on Shark Tank in the early years because I always wear a black suit, white tie, or white shirt, black tie. and the band popped because it's red on this. This is a Shark Tank outfit right here. And in season 4, the wardrobe department changed with a new head came in of wardrobe. So I showed up for season 4 with a different band, and she said to me, "Where's the red band?" I said, "Oh, well, I'm not going to wear a red band this season." She said, "No, you are. We have something here called continuity. You know what that is. You're leaving that red band on." I said, "Well, I don't have, I've chosen 8 dials for the season. I always do 8.
Okay.
And none of them have red bands." She said, "No, they're going to have red bands. So give me the names of the companies. I'm going to call them myself. We're getting red bands for all these."
Oh, that's funny.
And I said, "So what does that mean?" She said, "What it means is you're only doing red bands forever on Shark Tank because you have the same look every year. You wear the same outfit. You are the guy with the red band.
Yeah.
And we don't want to change that." And then that story got out there, and the other producers I worked with, I showed up in Good Morning America, and she said, "Where's the red band?" I said, "I don't wear red
You're
band."
the red guy now. You're the red
And
guy.
she said, no, we have something called a Q score. I said, "What's that?" "People don't like it when things change." See what I'm saying? So you have to wear a red band. Go back to the hotel, put the red band watch on.
Really?
Yeah. I mean,
Incredible. Okay, just to spoof you a little bit, I was going to try to wear a red tie, or a red band, or a red handkerchief, or a red bracelet, or whatever. Couldn't find anything red in my closet.
So
but I'm going to get, in your honor, I'm going to get
Well, I
something
appreciate
red.
it,
Maybe
but
I'll get a red car.
The watchmakers now, when they propose pieces for me, say, "And we'll make a one-of-a-kind red band for you."
Yeah.
I mean, and it's smart for them to do it because I'm choosing my 8 dials for season 14. I'm going back and forth with wardrobe Artemis, and she's brilliant, and she I show her the dials. She's got to approve the stuff. So
I didn't know that. That's
Oh, yeah.
incredible. Really?
Oh yeah, you got to everything.
Everything's gotta be
everything has to
approved, really.
Everything. Let's talk about a watch I got from you.
Yeah.
Directly from you.
Yep.
Now, the story of this piece is I love world timers, and one of the guys that makes my bands for me, Arnaud at Rubber Bee, we were debating what is the all-time classic world timer dial. And he said, well, there's only, the one that he thought was the best, and I really respect his opinion, was the 175th anniversary edition of that company, Patek. Now, I wanted one with its papers in a box, authenticated, and that's when I met you.
Yeah.
The word on the street was you could do it.
Yep.
It took you about 2 days to find it, right?
Yeah, but I contacted about 10 of my friends to do it all around the world, and we finally sourced it for you. But that particular watch was hard to find.
Yeah.
We got a little lucky, Kevin.
So this does have a red band on it. This will be on Shark Tank season 14. This is a stunning piece.
It is.
I've seen grown men weep in its presence because everybody wants this style, and they've never bought it back the same way.
Yeah.
They've made, I guess, a limited edition of it. I'm very fortunate to own this piece. I wear it all the time. I really love it, and it's got the Patek thing on the back. You can see they've described it with the anniversary.